Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nosa Capital, coming to you on a rather cold evening from the Southern Hemisphere. And it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen, rough and ready crypto analysis. As always, not detailed analysis, but something that's rough and ready, something you can have a quick look at and go about your day. So let's get started. We're going to start with Bitcoin as usual. And the Bitcoin crowd, a lot of people have been crying about Bitcoin and what's going on, why isn't the price going up and everything. And I warned all of you about this area here in our volume profile. When you see this type of area here, you know very well it's trouble. I've told you, and I'll keep telling you, the price goes up and down very quickly. And at that area, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at about a... Sorry about that. Let's move that out of the way and let's do it again. We're looking at about we bring it about this area here. Yeah. There we've got 28.18% difference. And at that kind of percentage, anything can happen. Now remember that the other day I actually put on we did this on that day. Let's go to the technicals, patterns, and we did a double top chart pattern here. And that positive that we're going to be coming all the way down here to about 68,000, almost 69,000. So we're not completely out of that danger at the moment. If you look at the chart, even though we've got some sideways trade, it has been posited by others who are more in the know that some of the states in the United States, those states that are interested in Bitcoin, are not particularly happy with the current price at the moment at about 84,000. They would rather buy something in the 70s or even maybe in the late 60s. Now, who knows with all this stuff going on within the macro? And again, when you look at this area here, we're not out of danger yet. I mean, if we measure, say from here, we come all the way down to about here. We're looking at about a 28.34% drop. So imagine if the price was up here and it came all the way down to this area here. We're not out of danger. Because, as I said, there are many states in the United States that want to see this cheaper. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised that we could come all the way down here to about 76 or even come all the way down to about 70. Do not be surprised at all. It's perfectly possible, and don't rule it out. If we have a quick look at if we go and let's get our Ichimoku as usual. Let's put the Ichimoku on. And then again, you have the cloud here at an angle. Kenshin Sen is above the Tenkan Sen. Chiku Span is running free, even though it's sided, but it's still free, which means it can go up and down quite easily based on what happens with the price action, but everything is under the cloud. And ladies and gentlemen, that's bearish. However, as I've said, not financial advice, this is a very good buying opportunity for Bitcoin holders. And perhaps for those of you who are more speculative in nature, you might want to look at areas like CoinGlass or Artemis and look at the liquidation levels. And at the liquidation levels, that could tell you where you could possibly take a position. I think a position at about, let's say, should we say 81? Let's do this. Let's look at our CoinGlass. And let's have a look at the liquidation map. Concerning Bitcoin. And if we look at the liquidation maps, you can see current price is at 84,000. Don't be surprised if it goes up to about 85,500. Why have I said that? Because look at this area here. There's a lot of 25 and 50, 50 times leverage. 50 times leverage at about 13.24 million. Still enough money for some very good liquidity that somebody might want to get there. Some market maker want to get their hands on. The same on this side here. If we come all the way here, we're looking at 81,000. So look at this, 100 times leverage, 50 times leverage there. There's still some decent liquidity. So don't be surprised if it comes all the way down to 81,000 going back up. There's a slight, I think just a very slight left side Q, but you know, just keep an eye out on this, because this is what the market makers are playing at. That's what they're doing. And like I said in the other video, they're playing a bit of silly buggers with everybody's money. They're going to keep hunting liquidity regardless. Okay, so let's move on to something else. I can do it very quick. I wasn't going to do Binance because there's not much interest in it, but let me just do it out of, we've been doing it before, so let's just do this. Again, plenty of areas of demand here, and 2 areas of supply up here. As you can see, here seems to be a nice, this area here, which is about $509, seems to be a very nice support for Binance. But these areas of supply are quite strong, and that's why you've seen Binance struggle to go back to some much higher levels. If we put on the Ichimoku, just have a quick look at it. You can see somewhere barely under the cloud there, some right in the cloud. Cloud is moving sideways. Chiku span caught up within price action, although Kinji cents above the Tenkan Sen, indicating that this is still bearish. But we could really say that this is uncertain. Now, if you're a holder, long-term holder, that's fine. But if you're not and you just want to speculate, I would suggest you wait. Let it come into this area here, which is something in between the price of 523 and 573, or you wait to about 509 and buy there, and then you can possibly use the supply areas as areas where to take some profits. So that's a possibility. Okay, so let's look at Ethereum very quickly. And Ethereum itself, as you can see, has been a series of lower highs and lower lows. This is not it's not been very good recently, and even came all the way down to about 1754, which let me admit to you, I didn't really expect it to fall that low, and that rapidly, but it did. Anyway, as we can see here in the price action, we can see some sideways trading here, a very small buying area here. But as you can see, quite a few areas of supply. And for those who could buy here, you could use some of these areas here as, if you're buying for speculation, of course, you could use these areas as areas of where you could actually sell and make your profits. Not for large advisors, of course. Okay, let's have a quick look at the Ichimoku. And as expected, as I said before, look at that cloud all at an angle. Kenjin Sen is above the Tenkan Sen. Chiku span is running free. I'll keep an eye out on this. If you're still interested in Ethereum, keep an eye out on this. As you can see, the sideways trade, the price action is going on the sideways, and everything's under the cloud. So this is definitely bearish. And then you're just going to have to wait. Maybe if the Tenkan Sen crosses above the Kinjin Sen to enter, or some other metric that you might want to use to start speculating and aim for profits on this particular instrument. Okay, so next we're going to be looking at Solana. Now, Solana has been quite interesting. Now, please excuse these white lines. I've been running some specific tests on this to see what happens at these price points. Just quickly show you what I'm talking about. Is this I've marked these areas up just to see what will happen, but we shall see. It's an experiment. Maybe I'll talk about it sometime in the future, but not at the moment. Okay, so back here again, we're seeing some form of sideways type of trading here, even on some quite high levels of volatility at this area. As we can see, our volume profile is fairly even. A few empty spaces there, but nothing to worry too much about. A series of lower highs and lower lows, and this definitely has the smell of bearishness, as I've always said. And if you put on the Ichimoku to confirm that, you can see, look at our cloud, it's an incline. Kinji Sen above the Tenkan Sen, Chiku span running free, everything under the cloud. This is definitely bearish. Again, Solana is very strong. You should keep an eye out. Now, I can tell you, in all honesty, that I have taken positions, and the last one, as I think I mentioned it last time, I set my limit buy at $110. It came to about 112 and then went back up. If you look at this area here, as you can see, it's 111.86, but really it was about 112 and some change. And then it went back up. I have left my limit buy open at 110 in anticipation that it could reach, it could hit there. But this is purely speculation. Anything under 130 is a good buy and an opportunity to accumulate. Like I've said, accumulate. When you're doing this, look for quality. Stay out of all the rubbish, because there's just way too many rubbish coins. Now, as far as some people are crying about Solana, that Solana is going down, this and that, and the other. Well, ladies and gentlemen, two things from that. First, I'm actually glad that the meme coin mania, I'm hoping it's over. It looks like it is, but I'm hoping it will come to an end. But the second thing I'm actually glad about is that the network of Solana has been stress tested, ladies and gentlemen. That means it can handle all these transactions. So if you're a Solana maxi, you should be quite happy about that. The ETFs, I think some futures started up today. I'm not quite sure. Somebody was telling me that there's some Solana futures that have come online, which means that that's the pathway eventually to ETFs. And I think that before the end of the year, or very early next year, very, very early, maybe in the first quarter of next year, we're going to see a Solana ETF. And I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be far more, there's going to be a lot more excitement than what we've seen with Ethereum. So we move on to SUI. And SUI is it's a nice L1. Again, look at that. We've got some chunks out of our volume profile there, which means, as I said, moving up and down, price action will move up and down very quickly through these areas. Currently, there is just one area of demand, which is between $1.79 and $1.96, and that's been there for quite a while now. 196 seems to have been the ultimate support area at the moment. We shall have to wait and see if that continues in that way. We've got three areas of supply, which means that you could buy somewhere down here and sell up here should you decide to be a speculator. Series of lower highs and lower lows, obviously. And I think that anything under about $2.50 is a good buy. So for those of you that want to accumulate SUI, this is a very good time to do such. So, I beg your pardon, bad English there. Right, Ichimoku, again, cloud at an incline there. As you can see, Kenjin-sen above the Tenkan-sen, Chikuspan running free. Despite the sideways action, price action, everything's under the cloud. This is definitely bearish, but again, this is one of those cryptocurrencies that offers you an opportunity. At the moment, it's about 236. I say anything under between 150 and 250. It's a very good buy for you to accumulate and to take your profits much later in time, because this is a quality cryptocurrency, and you're bound to make your profits eventually if you decide to speculate. Okay, so that's out of the way, and let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, now to the meme coins. I might do one or two more of these, but honestly speaking, I'm hoping that this is the end. What we've seen, the end of the meme coin mania. Without a shadow of a doubt, Moodeng has just been on the way down, and to my eternal surprise, if you look at this area here, if you remember, I said it's probably bottomed because it's traded sideways from about the 6th of February right up to the 3rd of March, almost a whole month. So I thought, it's not going to go any lower, and lo and behold, it falls even lower, and now it's now trading sideways again from about the 9th of March till the present day. So the last 8 days, we've seen it going sideways. Again, a highly speculative buy, where you can actually buy here. You've got this area here, this very small area of supply here. You've got their point of control. You've got another selling area here, another selling area here. And so, but if you are buying here, then you're okay. But if you bought before, I've said this before, I've said it again, it's going to be a long wait. And that is even if and that is the danger of that is that if the meme coin madness has come to an end, who knows? You might have lost a lot of money. I hope not. I hope it recovers. But if the meme coin industry, the meme coin sector rather of cryptocurrency recovers, I pray God it's just strictly quality meme coins, not all the rubbish. Because one is actually quite tired of this. But anyway, here's Moodeng. As you can see, cloud is an incline. Kinji-sen is above the Tenkan-sen. Chikuspan is still running free. Everything under the cloud, that's bearish, definitely bearish. But there are speculative opportunities in buying at these very low levels in anticipation of it going up higher some other time, maybe later in the year or maybe even early next year, who knows. Okay, and finally we've got WIF. WIF also has been trading downwards, as you can see. We've had some bit of sideways trading up here with a bit more level of volatility, not liquidity, volatility here, and then it fell again and actually came to an all-time low, and it's kind of picked up now, trading sideways for the last few days. This might be the bottom. I can't swear by it, nobody knows, but if it goes any lower than this, then literally there's not much to talk about. But it looks like it's going to maintain itself at about 39 cents, almost 40 cents there. We just have to wait and see what happens on this one. A series of lower highs and lower lows. A big chunk out of the here, as you can see in the volume profile. Again, the faster movement of the price action through these areas. And if we put on our Ichimoku, again, as you can see, cloud is an incline. Kangen-sen of Tenkan-sen, Chikuspan running free, definitely bearish. And now it's purely speculative. Now, if you're a long-term holder, you're going to have to be very, very patient for this one. Just like what you saw in Moodeng. So I would say put your big boy pants on this one. And just be very patient, because we do not know where this will eventually head to. And don't be surprised if the meme coin, the danger here, ladies and gentlemen, is that if the meme coin era is over, then this could go lower and even go to zero. Who knows? I should hope not, for many of your sakes, if you are invested in it. But there's that reality, and there is that situation where it could actually happen. So we have to be very careful on that one. But we just keep your eye out on the market. Like I said, everything's under the cloud here. Everything is definitely bearish. So please be aware. Anyway, that's me for the evening. And as always, please pay attention to the markets. I think that in recent times, the fundamentals have been coming into play. I think sometime in the future, we're going to look, I think what I should do is put videos together that discuss strictly fundamentals and not so much technical. But that's something for the future. Anyway, that's me. So keep your eyes and ears open and you're trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.